Good morning. This is Bill Biederman with the early morning calls from the Allendale Trading Desk. It is March 23rd and it is Tuesday. Looking for pretty sideways markets with just trading ranges today. The U.S. Chicago Federal Reserve President Evans said in his comments yesterday that they will maintain a loose policy and an accommodating interest rate. That would suggest that the market will have a buoyancy to inflation in commodities, and yet the Greece situation just maintains a cap over the markets. This morning, there's more concern in overseas trading, not just about Greece, but talk about Portugal and Spain and some North African nations having some economic woes that will need to be addressed. There is a meeting in Europe on Thursday and Friday, their European summit, and this is where Greece will formally hear that they will not get financing from the European Union and be forced to seek financing from the IMF bank. They can get financing, obviously, from the EU, but it would be more than double the cost that they can get from the IMF bank. So those concerns continue to put a cap over the market. In crude oil today, we're at about 81.25. We're looking for a trading range between 79 and 83, and we would trade that market accordingly. The dollar is at 81.05, up 15 this morning. We believe that this is in a short-term trading range between 80 and 81. We would trade that accordingly. And in the grains, the weather will be the main factor. Weather actually doesn't look too bad. The Delta will be the only area of the country that will experience some delays in field work this week. Next week, we should see that straighten out late in the week. And then world weather, the only real concerns are the rice production areas. That's the only real concern that we see at this time. In the corn market specifically, we did see a sale this morning, U.S. to Taiwan, 60,000 tons. Optional origin to South Korea, 165,000 tons. That'll probably be originated out of South America. Mexico did release a production estimate on their corn crop this morning, down 2.3%. That's about 400,000 tons, not even a million metric tons. So it's not a real big deal, but that would account for some poor weather down there. The cash market this morning is mostly steady, and we're calling the market steady to start with. In the corn market, we have a bias to be buying the market on breaks just because of the seasonality we're in. In the soybeans, China did announce today that they reduced their soybean estimated imports for February by 10%, that they won't be buying as many beans as people thought, but they increased their March estimate by 1.2 million metric tons. So probably accounting for some of their holiday season, and then a pretty good push for purchases in March. Cash market here in the U.S. today is unchanged to down 2 cents. The stocks report and the acreage report coming out at the end of the month will be the key factors for traders to be evening up ahead of that. And then South America's crops will ultimately be traded following that information, unless we have bad weather in the United States. South American crops continue to come in good. Record estimates continue to be the case, and right now they are estimated to be 60% harvested in Brazil and just getting started in Argentina. Also note that the Argentine strike, talks of that continue to run around the industry. This is something that happens every year. They usually continue to work during their strike. They might actually take a few days off during Easter. And another thing that's being talked about are the shipping delays down in Brazil. They're between 10 and 21 days. That's not unusual. We can see delays up to 28 days in some years. In the wheat market, the only business on the books right now is basically routine business and some donation business. So we're calling that market pretty much steady, and we view the wheat to be sold on rallies. And actually, we view the beans, going back to that, to be sold on rallies from here on up. We hit $9.75 yesterday. As we approach $10, that should be sold. In the cattle market, the dressed beef market was up $2.56. The calls for the futures are about 10 to 30 higher. Cash traded at 97 to 98. That's an astounding trade relative to last week, 94 to 95. June cattle are at 94. And we believe they're in a trading range here between 93 and 96, but a very volatile market, and you need to be very careful trading that. Now, as hedgers, we're taking advantage of these prices, and we are now 100% hedged nearby. In fact, what we want you to do is give us a call, and we'll tell you how to get hedged up in that market. In the hog market, the cutout was down about 35 cents. The calls are still 10 to 20 higher, though, on the futures. Evening up ahead of the hog report that will be coming out Friday. And if you want to get the pre-estimates on that, go to our webpage, sign into the Allendale Advisory Report, then go to pre-opening comments for livestock fundamentals, and you will see the estimates for that on the bottom of that page. The futures are called 10 to 20 higher. We're at 73.10 on the board, and we believe we're in a trading range between 71 and 74. Well, this is Bill Biederman. If you have any questions, please give us a call. We'd love to have you doing some trading through us. We got a lot of good trading ideas. You can find information on some of those recommendations on our website, allendale-inc.com. We also send out emails to everybody who is a subscriber with a daily recap of all of our trade recommendations. If you're not getting that email, give us a call. We'd like to get you signed up for that. That's free, along with our subscriptions. And just give a call to either Greg McBride or any one of the brokers here behind me. And our number is 800-262-7538. That's 800-2-MARKET.